Hello Jeff. Hello Thomas. I was waiting for you to clarify this doubt of mine. For my new project I created a work breakdown structure. The lowest level in a WBS is work packages. What is the next step? Next step is decomposing the work packages into activities. Every activity has a definite start and end date, consumes resources and are always named in a verb-noun format. That means there cannot be an activity name like requirements. It must be either collect requirements or analyze requirements, etc. It must be a verb-noun combination. Yes. Once the activities are identified, then we can estimate the resource requirements for these activities, and add them up, and compare them with the work package level estimate. The process of aggregating the activity level estimates, and then comparing it with the work package level estimates is an example of bottom-up estimates. Estimates down using the high-level scope, then at the WBS level and then at the activity level is an example of top-down estimates. The reverse is the bottom-up. Once the work packages are decomposed into activities, then what is the next step? The next step is sequencing the activities based on their dependencies. Dependency can be either internal or external to the project, can be mandatory or discretionary. Getting the approval from government for starting a project is an example of mandatory, external dependency. They are non-negotiable. Whether we should do a complete inspection or a random inspection is something at the discretion of the project manager. This is an example of discretionary dependency. Another classification is based on the nature of their dependencies, like finish to start, finish to finish, start to start and start to finish. Government approvals should be completed before starting the construction of a building is an example of finish to start dependency. Testing has to get over before completion of defect fixing is an example of finish to finish dependency. Defect fixing can start once testing starts is an example of start to start dependency. Generator can be stopped once the main power supply restarts is an example of start to finish dependency. So, we discussed about internal, external, mandatory, discretionary, finish to start to start, start to finish dependencies. What is the next step? The next step is sequencing the activities based on their dependencies. We use activity network diagrams for this. There are two types of network diagrams, AOA and AON. AOA stands for Activity on Arrow Diagrams, and is also known as Arrow Diagramming Method, ADM. Here, activities are represented as arrows, and are connected at the nodes. AON stands for Activity on Node Diagrams and are also known as Precedence Diagramming Method, PDM. Are they both achieving the same purpose? Yes, they help us to arrive at the critical path of the project, which is the longest path in the network. We will discuss more about it later. How can I decide which one to use among AOA and AON? When the number of activities are very small, micro projects, AOA is ideal. When the number of activities are high, AON is appropriate. AON is highly scalable. Are there any tools to draw these activity on node and activity on arrow diagrams? Most of the software scheduling packages will do it for you. Then, without understanding how it works, you will not be able to leverage it for project management. That red line running along the schedule is the critical path. We'll talk about critical path and its impact on projects later. Thank you very much. It was very informative. Have a nice day. My pleasure. Thank you. See you later. This video is brought to you by the Project Management Research Institute. Enjoy project management.